do. Now you're going to be the thing that is, you know, that's what people are listening and they're saying, oh, this is a song that has lots of fiddle on it. This is cool. And that could be really fun too. Sometimes harder, sometimes easier, because, you know, it can be a greater challenge, I think, sometimes to stay out of the way and in the back than to step forward. On the other hand, sometimes when you're stepping forward, you then have to, you know, come up with like a crazy fiddle line that's difficult to play. But if you want to kind of go that direction in the future, being able to sort of improvise things and you know, maybe make up your own music, really helps if you have the ability to sort of pick it up and say, all right, there's a melody in my head, whether it's my own melody or it's a melody I heard on the radio or something like that. You know, how do you then transfer that to this? And that's building that connection is, I think, the most important thing about learning to play an instrument. As far as the different parts of the bow, and this gets back to versatility again, when you want to play things that are kind of smooth, I like to hang out way up here at the tip of the bow. When you're really kind of digging in and going for it, that's kind of where I get into the middle. What can be really useful for electronica is if you get down here to the bottom and you use it as like a chugging thing, like a... You can use it almost like a percussive kind of deal. Well, one little technique thing that might make it a little bit easier, there's a bunch of spots where we have two of the same note back to back, right? So like, can you play the first section for me again?
The beginning?
Yeah. Okay, good. So even just right in there. So there's the very first part. We have two notes that are the same note, right? As of now, what you were doing is you were playing them both at the same bow direction. So you went up and then kind of stopped and then went up again. I've found that it's a lot easier if you're going to play the same note twice to just switch your bow direction. So you don't have to have as much of you don't have to like stop your momentum part way. As far as bowing goes, especially in trying to keep time, and this goes back to the sort of like fiddle music, dance music that I grew up with. The bow, you want the bow to always be moving. Even if you're not playing a note with it, you want it to kind of keep the beat basically by moving up and down steadily. And so it's easier to not sort of like seize up partway through a note. If you can go. So I'm changing bow direction on each of these notes, and it makes it maybe a little bit smoother, a little bit, well, I don't know if more natural is really the right word because we're talking about electronica, so it's not natural to begin with, but